Before the age of Queen Marika, there was once a being said to have been chosen by the Fingers as an Empyrean. She was known as the Gloam-eyed Queen, a mysterious figure who wielded the god-slaying black flame called Destined Death. She also led an order of powerful warriors called Godskins. The Gloam-eyed Queen was more than the Godskins' leader. She appears to have acted as a mother figure to them as well, raising them from birth. Little is known about the Gloam-eyed Queen's accomplishments and exact motives, although we do know what eventually led to her downfall. When Queen Marika reached godhood and founded her Golden Order, she sought to eliminate death from the laws of nature. To do so, she ordered her loyal, shadow-bound beast, Malekith, to lock away Destined Death. This led to a confrontation between Malekith and the Gloam-eyed Queen. Malekith won the battle, defeating her and her Godskins in combat. This allowed him to seal away the Rune of Death, which severed the remaining Godskins from the source of their power. The exact fate of the Gloam-eyed Queen remains unknown, although it appears likely she was slain by Malekith. In the present day, a handful of Godskins can be encountered by players at various points throughout the game. They are divided into two categories, nobles and apostles. Nobles are the most ancient of the Godskins. Over time, they assimilated inhuman physiology. Item descriptions explicitly associate this process with the crucible of life, the primordial form of the Erd tree. Although no such connection is made for the apostles, their body's serpentine nature also indicates a degree of unnatural physiology. If the player opts for the Frenzied Flame ending, a unique cutscene occurs, during which Melina vows to deliver Destined Death to the Tarnished. When she opens her left eye, it is revealed to be the color of gloam. Now that we've taken a look at established lore, let's delve into theories. One of the first Godskins likely encountered by players stands guard at the bottom of Caelid's Divine Tower. He appears to be guarding the Gloam-eyed Queen's greatsword, found in a chest in a small room behind him. This location is sometimes speculated to be the Gloam-eyed Queen's resting place, where her remains might have been taken after the battle with Malekith. In the absence of a visible tomb, though, there's no way to be certain. A Godskin noble appears on the bridge leading to the Divine Tower of Liurnia, where Hanny slew her own flesh during the Night of the Black Knives. Her crumbling remains are likely what attracted this particular Godskin. Another Godskin apostle is found in Dominula, Windmill Village, possibly attending the festival being held there. Some interpret this as a subtle tie to Queen Marika, who many believe shares a connection with the Dominula dancers. A Godskin noble is found in the Temple of Iglay at the Volcano Manor. A popular theory interprets his presence here as a conclusive link between the Gloam-eyed Queen and Iglay, also known as the God-devouring serpent. It could also be argued that this specific Godskin noble is simply hunting down Rykard, perhaps in hopes of slaying him. And, of course, there's the duo at Faramazula, the only mandatory Godskin encounter needed to progress the game's story. A simple explanation for their presence here could be a desire for revenge against nearby Malekith, though they most likely couldn't manage to defeat him on their own. Upon looking at each of the Godskins' locations, proximity to known demigods appears to be a common thread. Perhaps their motives remained unchanged through the ages as they continue to seek revenge for the Gloam-eyed Queen's defeat. The Godskins' robes are made by sewing together patches of smooth skin, presumably belonging to gods or demigods. This might seem strange, though, as all members of Queen Marika's demigod family are assumed to be accounted for throughout the game's story. Two plausible explanations could justify this. The first, that unknown members of Marika's lineage were hunted down at some point. This is supported by established lore surrounding Godric the Grafted, who we know as a distant descendant of Godwyn. Moreover, the existence of his ancestor Godfrey also supports the idea of multiple generations of minor demigods we know nothing about. There's also a second plausible explanation behind the origins of the Godskins' clothing. An item description from Shadow of the Erdtree introduces mysterious old gods who used massive arrows. This suggests there might be a number of ancient gods that aren't referenced anywhere else in known lore. If such gods were hunted down by the Gloam-eyed Queen and the first Godskins, it might explain how their order predates Marika's demigod family. The title of Empyrean is one of the most significant clues about the Gloam-eyed Queen's identity. In the modern understanding of the term, Empyreans are basically heirs to Marika's godhood. We only know of three: Malenia, Miquella, and Ranni. In all likelihood, though, neither of them were born during the time of the Gloam-eyed Queen. So, who exactly was she? Melina's appearance in the Frenzied Flame ending is often claimed as definitive evidence that she was the Gloam-eyed Queen all along, a topic which continues to spark debate years after the game's release. To conclude the video, I will attempt to argue in favor of this theory, which I personally believe to be the likeliest. First, consider Master Hugh's dialogue, which implies Marika was proficient in spirit summons.
The girl, she has a gift for spirit tuning. I saw another one like her long ago.
This is important because Melina herself is obviously a spirit, much like Torrent. The Gloam-eyed Queen could have been a daughter of Marika, who opposed her mother's plan to remove death from the laws of nature. When she was slain, Marika reincarnated her spirit as Melina, erasing her memories in the process. This might also explain why Melina refers to herself as burned and bodiless. Her original body could have been incinerated by Malekith's black flames of destined death. She also states her purpose was given to her by her mother, and thanks to Messmer's kindling, we know Marika is her mother.
I'm searching for my purpose, for the reason that I yet live, burned and bodiless.
Melina's role as a kindling maiden essentially acts as a pre-planned failsafe, allowing a Tarnished to burn down the Erdtree and unleash destined death, correcting Marika's past mistakes in the process. This plan could also have extended to the possibility of a tarnished becoming Lord of Frenzied Flame, in which case Melina would be tasked with eliminating them. To do so, she would require the Gloam-eyed Queen's power, which would become accessible to her upon Marika's death, as she no longer holds sway over her spirit. And that is precisely what we witness in the Frenzied Flame ending. There are many other credible theories about the Gloam-eyed Queen's identity, including the possibility that she was one of Marika's alter egos, or even another unknown character. Unless the Gloam-eyed Queen is further explored in future Elden Ring content, her identity will most likely remain uncertain. This concludes today's video. If you enjoy my content, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Elden Ring lore. Thank you for watching.